What's good, Panther Nation? It's your boy Myron McRae, a.k.a. Tornado McRae, across the skies of the internet, here with another episode of Panther Pride TV, your one-stop shop for all your Panther notifications and your Panther obligations. And happy Tuesday to all of you lovely people in Panther Nation. Hey, hope y'all are having a great Tuesday. Hope everything's going smooth. Hope you are just being able to have a smooth day. It's hot. It's hot right now. Bro, drink some water. Stay inside. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. It is hot, man. So I'm looking out for y'all. I'm just listen to your boy. Listen to me. But, guys, we're going to get into today's docket. Just a few things that have crossed my agenda. And first and foremost, do we have a former Carolina Panther coming back home? Now, some of you have already said his name in previous videos, and apparently, Bleacher Report also thinks this individual could be coming back home. So here's the story. Here's the deal. Christopher Knox over at Bleacher Report released an article just stating the remaining available options for teams who are in need of a cornerback in free agency. And so, as he's listed some of the top names that are available, one name, obviously, that's still out there is Stefan Gilmore. And for Stefan Gilmore, Knox has listed that a few places that Stefan could end up are Dallas or back home in Carolina. And here's what he had to say about it. Knox says, the Carolina Panthers should also be interested in bringing back Gilmore. The South Carolina product had a bit of a homecoming with the Panthers in 2021, his last Pro Bowl campaign. Gilmore could provide a valuable bit of veteran leadership to a Panthers defense that is still rebuilding under third-year coordinator Ejiro Evero. So, I know a lot of you have put out there to go get Stefan Gilmore, bring him back home. Let's see what he can do, X, Y, and Z, so on and so forth, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Honestly, no. I don't think so. I don't want to bring Stefan Gilmore back. That's just me. That is clearly and honestly just me. One, statistically, he has actually been getting progressively worse since he left us. Since he left us in Carolina, he has statistically had a worse season each year. His tackles are going down. His interceptions are going down. His passer rating that he's allowing is going up. The man's past his prime. He is clearly on the back end of his career at this point. And it doesn't make sense to me. I know everybody's like, well, he's a proven vet. He is somebody you know you can count on. He could be a vet in the locker room for our young guys. I get that. I really, really do. However, a lot of you have said you are looking for that number two, like that solidified number two for years to come to pair alongside J.C. Horn. Stefan Gilmore is not that. Stefan Gilmore is not that option because the man will more than likely be retired in 2 years. Like, I'm not saying he's a bad player by any means. The man was a Pro Bowler when he played with Carolina, but let's be real. He is probably going to be retired in 2 years, and then we're back in the situation where we're looking for a corner to pair alongside J.C. Horn, or we're spending the next 2 drafts looking for a corner to pair alongside J.C. Horn because we know Stefan's going to leave. You see what I'm saying? So why waste the time to do that when you could just either A, go get somebody younger like Asante Samuel Jr., who at least you know, worst case scenario, you got 4 years, barring a crazy injury, 4 or 5 years, you could actually pair him and Horn alongside each other. You could stick with Mike Jack if you really want and see how that rolls. And Mike could end up being the guy that we're really looking for. But Stefan Gilmore is not the solution that people think he is, especially for this team. I'm not saying he's a bad player. Please don't get that twisted. But do I think he's the answer Carolina needs? Absolutely not. Can the man play? Can the man go get some reps? Yes, but we're looking for a corner that could be with JC. That's an every down corner that can hold their own. And Gilmore he's getting worse in that regard, man. He's getting worse. He's getting towards the end. So that's all I have to say about that. I don't think that's too crazy of a thought process when you put it into that context. Next. Hey, I think some of y'all were probably in on this. So I saw a poll recently from SB Nation, and they conducted a poll for Panther fans about what they want. And more specifically, they asked the question, what do you want for the Panthers to do with their secondary? Like, what help? They said, how should the Panthers upgrade their secondary? And the results have come in. And I think a lot of you who are even watching this video participated in this poll. Because these were the results, guys. So, out of the options they gave you, the options were sign Julian Blackmon, trade for Jalen Ramsey, sign Justin Simmons, or do nothing. 55% of you said sign Julian Blackmon. You know what? All right. Then the next answer was at 22% for trade for Jalen Ramsey, followed by sign Justin Simmons at 12%, and then do nothing was at 11%. Now, first things first, bro. Nani? 22% to trade for Jalen Ramsey? What? 22% of y'all are really, oh, wow. Okay. I guess, you know what? Hey, a lot of you really want that cornerback help over the safety help. So, I wouldn't have done that, personally. Personally, I was very shocked to see that 22%. Like, I was more shocked with the discrepancy and the gap between. Like, Julian Blackmon being 55%, that actually makes perfect sense to me. He's younger than Simmons. He's younger than Ramsey. You can sign him for cheap. Like, it makes sense. So, him being at 55%, smart. Y'all smart. I get it. I get why. Next, I would have went with sign for Justin Simmons because you don't have to lose any assets to get him. Trading for Jalen Ramsey, you're losing assets in the process. And in this game, in this field, I am all for keeping as many assets as a team has and bringing in personnel. If I can bring in somebody without having to give up a player, without having to give up a draft pick, without having to do like a weird buyout clause or anything like that, that's what I would want to do as a franchise. So the fact that a lot of people are like, nah, trade for Jalen Ramsey, what? And then I think the other thing that really kills me is, bro, signing Justin Simmons was 12% and do nothing was 11%. Almost all of you who participated equated signing Justin Simmons as the same thing as just doing nothing. Which, bro, I can't, like, I can't co-sign on that one. I could not co-sign on that statement. Y'all got me twisted, bro. Y'all got me twisted. But you know what? I still love all of y'all. And y'all have your own voice. Y'all have your own opinion. Let me know if you actually voted on this poll. Like, I really want to know that. Like, how many of you watching this video voted on that poll? If you did, put which one you voted for. Put which one you voted for. I'll say put a 1 for you said sign Blackmon. Put a 2 for you said trade for Jalen Ramsey. Put a 3 if you said sign Justin Simmons. And a 4 in the comment section if you said do nothing. I'm really curious about that. And then thirdly, want to talk about this, man, because this is just weird. NFL analyst says Carolina needs another tight end, bro. Another tight end. Like, what are we on? What are we on, bro? I'm not with this, and I don't agree with it already, but I'm going to hear him out. So here's the thing. Jonnu Smith has been on a tear, right? And he's been at the center of quite a few trade rumors, especially this past year, after the best season of his career, which, all due respect. And when you look at his numbers, like, bro did, in fact, ball out. Because look at his numbers. Man had 884. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Man had 884 receiving yards, 88 receptions, 8 touchdowns. A lot of 8s going on here. 79.3% catch percentage, almost 80. And he actually went for 55 first downs. And so he's entering the final year of his contract. And a few of the teams that are linked to him are the Giants, Pittsburgh, and the Chargers. His current contract's only a 2-year, $8.4 million deal. What is up with all the 8s? That's kind of weird. But SportsCenter's Mike Moratis says that Carolina should throw their hat in the ring to go get Smith. And here's what Mike had to say. Mike said the Panthers were not included in their list, but that doesn't mean they couldn't use Smith's services. Carolina's tight end room is shaky to say the least. Tommy Tremble recently had back surgery that puts his status for week 1 in doubt. Jatavion Sanders is a wild card, and Mitchell Evans is an unproven rookie. Acquiring Smith would give the Panthers the proven tight end the team needs, and he'd be a valuable weapon for quarterback Bryce Young, which he needs more of. All right. Is Jonnu Smith a great tight end? Yes. Yes, he is. Not even going to hold y'all on that. However, this doesn't make sense to me due to the fact that we decided to keep both Tommy Tremble, Jatavion Sanders, also kept Dominique Daphne, and we drafted Mitchell Evans. Why? That doesn't make sense. What? It doesn't make sense to me because had we released Sanders or Tremble, or even Daphne, and not drafted Mitchell Evans, all right. Now you have an argument. Now you making sense. But the fact that we have all 4 of them, it doesn't make sense to me. And then, as I said earlier, Jonnu Smith is heading into the final year of his contract. And if he has another season just like the one he had, he's going to want to get paid. And I don't know if that's going to be financially feasible, depending on how good he does. So that could be a strain for Carolina too. And lastly, bro, he's not going here just to be a mentor vet. He's going here to be a star, to be that guy, especially now that he's hitting his peak and hitting his best performance in the NFL. Respectfully, I'm not with that. And I can't get behind that one. But we got all that, guys. So now it is time for our favorite segment. Panther Nation speaks their truth, man. We're going to get into some of the things from the last video, some of the comments that y'all left in the last video. We're going to start with this one. So Glowman_B says, we need to be in trade talks for a CB, LOL. And I'm thinking he's talking about how the last video we were in trade talks, but it was more for safety. Hey, if you think we need to be in trade talks for a CB, you probably the one that voted for Ramsey, didn't you? I guarantee you voted for the Jalen Ramsey selection on that poll. So, hey, I get it. Hey, stand on what you feel, bro. Next, Aaron Smith -Z10 says, man, let Chuba do his thing. And this in regards to Chuba Hubbard wanting to play in the Olympics and play for Canada. Yeah, I'm with it. I'm 100% with it. I'd say if he wants to, if that's his prerogative, hey, because you can get injured, honestly, at any time and any day, so might as well go. If you're going to do it, go have fun doing what you do. Some people be like, no, you can't hurt the money, you can't hurt the asset. Bro, it's the Olympics. It's the Olympics. I do it. And then last comment. Old man, that's Zoe man, says, I don't know about another strong safety. Hey, I get it. I understand why some people are like, I don't know. That seems kind of, I understand. I understand that. But like I said in the last video, it's something to hear out. It's definitely a thought process of just like, you know what? Let's feel it out. Let's see what happens. And you never know. Just because he plays strong safety doesn't mean he can't be a great free safety. You never know. You never know. But, guys, that's all I have for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell at the bottom so you can always be notified of when these videos drop, man. Secondly, comment below and let me know, what are your thoughts about Stefan Gilmore potentially coming back home? Do y'all want to bring him back home? Let me know, yay or nay. You do not have to agree with me, and I know some of y'all are probably going to roast me because I don't want to bring Stefan back. Number 2, again, remember, if you voted on that poll, leave the number that you voted for, or if you haven't voted on the poll and you just want to put your info in there now, let me know now. And lastly, do you think Carolina should bring in another tight end, or are they solidified? Let me know all of that in the comment section below, because at the end of the day, what do I know? I'm just a skinny brother with 2 tats. Peace. Much love to all the Panthers Nation. Take care. Later days. As always, keep pounding. I'll see you next time.